Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's Wednesday and it's time for some discussions about your wallet. This is AfroEconomics and I'm JB Bryan and I'm the creator of AfroEconomics, and I also have the book AfroEconomics, Our Black Wealth Matters, and the workbook and a children's book about me, my family, and my legacy. And there's also membership privileges, so check out AfroEconomics.com. And we just added a family membership, so there's no excuse for not having financial empowerment. In addition to the huge video library, from television interviews to just our YouTubes on Wednesdays over many years. So please check out the library and take advantage of free financial empowerment. And indeed, we do hear a lot about you get what you pay for, but I don't necessarily believe that there are things that are of value that cost you time, because many things that we need the most, we don't make the investment of time to make it benefit us. So with AfroEconomics and the videos and the knowledge and the reading, you can even get the ebook, but everything takes time. So you have to invest in your knowledge, your information, your financial empowerment. Today's discussion, and thanks to all of you who registered for the webinar. So if you would like to get an invitation to participate on the webinar level, definitely let me know. That I didn't even know. I'm all excited. I started 1 minute before 12 o'clock. Somebody's going to get mad at me. They're like, JD, it says it starts at 12. You started at 11:58, because I'm excited about financial empowerment. Have you checked out the AfroEconomics with JB Bryan? Have you ever looked at the Facebook page? Where AfroEconomics with JB Bryan, make sure you seek it out. And the Facebook page there will help you know, and it'll give you an easy way to help you know about all that's going on. There's workshops every month. I just did last Saturday the workshop in the DC office. This Saturday we'll have it in a hotel in Virginia. So then you'll have that type of information on the AfroEconomics with JB Bryan Facebook page, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because all of these webinars and discussions are posted on there. But there's also members only webinars and discussions and teleconferences. So make sure you join. And the greatest thing about membership is that members actually get to talk to me personally. So we start off with a power meeting for membership, and then we go into our regular meetings after that as well. But we got to get the party started correctly. I'm going to check out and see. I want to make sure. Please feel free to make your comments, and then I'll also try to keep up with your comments. But I start talking. When I start talking, I get carried away. So I can't really tell. I'll probably need to refresh, and then we'll get started. I should do this every time. I should start a little bit early, so let's everybody gives them a moment. Look at that. Yeah. So okay, we're good. How you doing, Sean Jackson, Sandra? How y'all doing? Thank you so much for hanging out. Hey, K-Stone Thomas. That's right. See, if you ever want to feel appreciated, make sure you hang out with me, because I appreciate every comment, every question, everything. Again, I am JB Bryan. I own the registered investment advisory firm, JB Bryan Financial Group, which is the power behind the AfroEconomics movement that you make possible. So let's talk about social media and your wallet. Now, those of you who are on the webinar or on Facebook on the AfroEconomics.com, you know that let me know. I'm going to ask you a question before you ask me questions. Do you think that social media has an impact on your financial decisions? Let me know. You should believe in me, because soon I'm going to be able to pull up this polling button, and in this webinar, you all are going to be able to respond to that. But until then, just make a comment and let me know. Do you think that that social media impacts your financial decisions? Well, I think so. And CBS Channel 6 and WTVR in Virginia, they let me say that also earlier this week. And I wanted to bring that discussion to you because I feel that social media in many ways encourages us to be materialistic. It encourages us to do what I call keeping up with the selfies, that you're buying things that you wouldn't have thought about, but you saw somebody else do it or buy it in a selfie and you said, oh, I'd like to do that. I want to do that, and it makes you do that. Just like someone did a post about their makeup artist, and I was like, wow, I would like to do that. I would like to learn different makeup techniques. Look, and I don't really need it, but social media got me thinking about something different. Like, it's just, does it make us move? I believe it does. It makes us move from needs to wants in our financial decisions. That it makes you start thinking that things that you wouldn't even have thought about, like a different car or a new car. Like, I see these friends often posting that, they got a new car. How many people are responding to that? Like, yeah, they right, I got to get rid of that car. How many people actually are responding to that they too start thinking, maybe I need to get rid of my car. Maybe I need to do that too. Maybe, and you weren't thinking about it. So does social media impact your wallet? Let me know. So even if it is, indirectly, many of you probably will admit that it has impacted you. It is even gone on record that social media has affected people's careers, that people have actually not been able to get promotions because of the things that they post on social media, not have opportunities for even for job interviews because they're checking on things. I was on a panel with some people who were applying for who were finishing college, and they were applying for jobs. And they actually, that was a big part of the discussion about what they post on social media. And I think that your social media should indeed reflect who you are. So I think that the bigger point really for the college students, I think, is that become the person that you want to represent. Become that person. Like, it's not, the point is that you are this, person that lacks discipline and you don't want to show it. But how about become the person that has discipline so that when they do look at your page, it is honestly you, because those problems still exist. You just, learn to hide it. And, that's cool. But most importantly, over the long term, we need to really have the discipline that we're presenting. I don't ever think that we should try to create this fictitious person. There was a lot of advice that was given on that. Like, there was even advice about, hiding, using different names on social media and things like that. That's not the purpose of it. I don't believe the purpose was for people who really know each other to have another way to share information with each other, motivate each other, being encouraging to each other, keep in touch with each other, not about creating these deceptive personalities or using different names. And, I will not accept a friend request or a LinkedIn request, anything from someone who doesn't have a legitimate profile picture up. The whole silhouette thing is not working. So, but we have to set up, like, what is your criteria of what you require for people to connect with you, and how do you protect yourself? I'm like, my phone is doing like some funny things. I had even disconnected it, but I tell you, this thing talks to me sometime and I'm not saying anything to it. It was like sitting here trying to see what question I was asking it. Now, that's scary too. So make sure you're in control of everything that you present on social media. So then, is it affecting your career? Make sure it doesn't. A second point is that making sure that you're not falling victim of scams that are on social media, and that you're not buying things that are totally garbage. It's not like they're actually, just because you see me on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, that doesn't make me legitimate, So you have to make sure that you're taking the next step to talk to that person. Really, who are they? I have a whole series of of information on me. I have years of consistent videos on me. Like, is this just someone that you can't even Google and find out additional information on? Why would you connect with that person? Why would you invest with that person? You know, you can't even find out any background information. You can't find how they're regulated. And people do it all the time. You know, I've had clients, unfortunately, have told me about scams that they've fallen victim of. So be very careful with what you respond to and how you disclose your information. Don't put so much information about yourself on there, your personal, especially financial information. The things that you post, like, don't be so quick to post a front and center picture of your home and where you live, because now people can scan images and find where that's located. They can, they can find your home. They can find, you never know how they find the information that they have, but protect yourself, and don't fall victim of financial scams or the things that are going out there. And then the social media ads. Third point, are the social media ads, or do they pull you in? Or do they have what's called the Costco effect, where you see this great deal, but you really still don't need it. But you go and you go, oh, wow, that's that designer item and it's on sale, but you still don't need it. you didn't need it when you woke up this morning, So be very careful about how you respond to ads, and are the ads pulling you in? And then a fourth point is you want what your friends and many celebrities have. Does that happen? I know it does. My daughter, my beautiful, sweet daughter, look, she when she sees stuff, she's like, yeah, that's what so-and-so has, and that's what they have. And I saw them, they had that, and it's usually like some vehicle that is like a $200,000 car and stuff like that. I'm like, but at least she's wise enough to know that will not be her first car. And I thank God for the wisdom to say, yes, you can have that, girlfriend, and that takes doing a lot of homework. It's just like, whatever. But definitely, I don't think that that we should discourage them from wanting things that they see, but we should tell them the amount of work that it takes in order to get it. All too often we think that, that just because we can get a loan for something means that we can afford something. And that's what social media tries to convince you, that you too can have it, but do you really need to take advantage of every offer that is available to you? No, of course not. So you don't need to have everything that your friends have. You don't need to have everything that these celebrities have and what they show off and what they do. A lot of the things that they show you and they're showing off with, that's what the product wanted them to do. And they got to do it for free. They got to show you the Gucci bag for free. They got it free. They showed you a $10,000 earring, but the jewelry store asked them, Tiffany's let them use it. So we have to be careful that, we have to buy it. They get to just use it. So let's be careful. So and the second point is that we need to make sure that when we're using social media, that we realize when it is actually affecting our job, affecting our health, because if your health is affected, it affects your job, it affects your career, it is affecting your ability to make money. And that's when it comes back to the AfroEconomics. That the 10th principle of AfroEconomics is Black health and Black wealth. It is not healthy for you to stay up and get caught up in this social media drama and not get the proper rest, the proper health, the proper walking, the proper interaction with other people. That people are using it as a way to get rid of their real friends that are in their face, or they're not focusing on their real family that is there for them and focusing on their virtual family that's not real. So we need to, bring it back and realize that is the more we focus on doing healthy things and not sitting there at the computer online, but doing healthy things that motivate you, reading and doing things that are going to help you create the income that you deserve. They're going to help you, develop these better habits that you're not going to create healthy financial or healthy health habits by just sitting there looking at that screen. So make sure that what you do watch on the screen, like we're discussing, this is something positive. This can hopefully change your life. This can encourage you. How you doing, Corey Harris? I always said that I'm speaking truth, and indeed, please, God use me. I want to speak truth. Yes, indeed. And the group economics is reflective for change. Amen. And that's what AfroEconomics is all about. The membership of AfroEconomics is about us creating a comfortable group economics, but I am allowed as a professional to help you on an individual level. Even have the family membership so you can get everybody excited about it, All the kids under 18 are included in the family membership. So, you got a lot of kids, we're gonna help them all get some really good habits. But that's up to us to make that commitment into investing in something other than just the entertainment and those other things that you're spending the monthly fees on that aren't doing the empowerment into you. But it'll allow us to pull together, do our Afroeconomic networking. It's amazing what we can do together. So you are so right, Keystone, K-Song. And he might pronounce it differently, but I'm a Southern girl, so deal with me. But I'm so glad, Mr. Thomas, that you were hanging out, and I'm looking at it because it's on that screen. I'm sorry, because he's looking right at me, and I'm looking over there to talk to him. So, but thank you both. I'm going to skip this so I can try to see, but thank you all. And yes, indeed, I'm going to try to check on the comments more and more, but bear with me. And some more things about, there are people on social media. Like there are social media, I guess like the Snapchat and the Instagrams and things that I don't know that much about, who actually spend money to get a lot of people that to follow them. And these are not like tax deductible business expenses. Like when I run ads on Facebook to encourage you to get this information, that is a tax deductible business expense. But if a person is just doing something to increase their popularity and they have yet to create a business, to become an entrepreneur, and if they are an entrepreneur, but they haven't figured out how exactly they're going to monetize that, they're developing these followers, but they don't have any advertisers, they don't have a concept, they don't have any sales skills to go out there and sell what they're doing, then they're wasting their time. So they're spending the money on getting their, I have heard that you can actually spend money on getting comments on things. That's scary. But you know what? As long as there'll be money, there'll be somebody out there selling something instead of just focusing on organic. Even as a business owner, it's so valuable when you just get someone who actually just wants to do business with you because they're watching you do the right thing. That's what you call a quality customer. Because I can get all the views of this video, just spend a couple dollars and you're going to get a whole bunch of views on the video. But are they actually watching the video? Are they actually encouraged by AfroEconomics? Do they actually become a member so that I can help them? Probably not. And that's why I don't do it. Because I feel just, and that's whatever God allows me to invest in, that whoever gets helped. But don't go broke trying to create something that's not real through social media, which will be feeding our ego, but not feeding us. And not feeding the people who we're here to serve. So let's focus on creating real relationships. If that's what you're trying to do with social media, focus on what's real. And I especially do that with my personal page. If there's not a particular connection between me and that friend request, then they're not I take that word friend very seriously. And if you have friends, you got over 5,000 friends. I mean, wow, that's amazing. But just make sure they really are friends or connected to a friend or friends of friends, but have some sort of criteria than to just allow all these people into your personal space and information like that. So be very careful with how you develop followers and how you engage with them, right? And then be very careful about accidentally sharing information about yourself. Like, you don't realize what you're telling about yourself when you post information about, I'm on vacation. We're at the airport and we're on our way, and then you get robbed. That creates a financial claim, that creates an insurance claim, which increases your insurance premiums, which could mean that you come back and you still have to miss more days of work because you have to get your home together. So be very careful on how much financial and personal information that you're sharing out there. Granted, when you start showing your house, your car, and what situations you have with your family, you're indirectly telling someone how much money you make and what ads should be coming towards you. So be careful. Yes, in my opinion, social media does affect your financial habits, and we need to protect ourselves. And I'm sure that you have so many other ways. Thank you for your comments. That so many different ways where you found that social media does impact you financially. Like, one thing I was talking about earlier this week when I was doing a discussion, and a news anchor was asking me about the same topic, and I was telling her that you don't see selfies that talk about what bills a family generated by that 2-week vacation that they took. Or I always feel that while I'm working, I'm not spending. But if the more time I take off, the more money I spend. And that's a big challenge for retirement too, because people they're spending money, but they're not making any money anymore. Then that's the true meaning of fixed income. So while we're working, it is very important that we are acquiring assets that will one day create income for us. You want to have income. You want to have assets that can pay out income to you, or have something that you're acquiring during these years of accumulation that will be beneficial for you, not just a waste, not just, everybody knows you, because I will tell you, popularity does not pay bills. That's why we see so many superstars who will say that upon their demise or something happens to them, and you'll find out that they're broke because popularity does not equal money. You'll see that a lot of people in Hollywood, there's names that you've never heard of that are very richer, much more, have much more assets, much more wealth than the names that are household names, the people who are behind the scenes. So I always remind myself to focus on the quality of this discussion and not worry about how many of you are watching, but to focus on, if there's only one of you who sees, and on one of you reacts, and one of you changes your life or improves your life, then that's everything. Because that one positive thing, that one positive change in your life will allow you to actually help someone else and help someone else and help someone else. And that's the reason that we're here. Not for a lot of people to know you, but to change a life. May it be one or two. I don't want to be here without making things better for someone else. Granted, so may I motivate you to follow the 10 principles of AfroEconomics and take advantage of the AfroEconomics.com, the free updates that I do each week. Go to the website, and then you can get registered and you'll get free AfroEconomic updates. And I would love for you to join so that we can build together. I would be happy and proud to serve you. I'm JB Bryan, the President and Chief Investment Officer at JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm and the home of AfroEconomics, a strategic financial management program designed for the advancement of Black wealth in America and abroad. Unapologetically Black. Have a great day.